fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on. First down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. first down. He'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And Lambo will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 65 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it. Because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He may try and run for this. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
He'll get it up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with
like
sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
bit.
thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll set up a throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's a give to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Set. 3-19.
Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. But they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They'll drop to throw. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back to throw now on first. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Avery Jones continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
They'll set up to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end the drive. Going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Detroit!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They come out here in the I. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Drops it off for Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars getting set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
This is Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass. But then,
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
You think that might be a better way to go?
Instead of your kicker, yeah. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, Great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll look to throw here to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Meanwhile, over in Houston, it's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit. All right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now back to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch you now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check.
Fournette on the counter. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Here we go now.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave tee much time on the clock.
A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. 23 yards on the play. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this.
They put the toe to the leather on that one. Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Travis Carey. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. This is Fournette. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Looking to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Alex Okafor. In there to get him for a loss of 5. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. He's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.